Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Please subscribe, comment and share. What are we talking about? Of course, it's the UK property market. What's going on? Listen, the report has just come out from the national statistics and there's a lot of information that has just been shared. One of those things is about the financial iceberg that this country is fast approaching. And a lot of people have the attitude that we're somehow going to miss that and go into the sunset and just miss any sort of hardship or pain caused by this virus, Brexit, and the effect that it's had on money, the economy. So what are those effects and what is going to happen? Well, if we look at redundancy has gone up by 1.4% over this last quarter. So that's quite big in the way that it's affecting a lot of people. 20% of people are either now unemployed or on furlough already. And that's just growing. And that has an effect. We're already seeing, and again, statistics are saying this, that half the people, half the population are now living on their savings. That means they're not making enough money, whether it's through furlough, whether it's unemployment benefit, whatever it is, that half the people of the population are now struggling with finances and they're digging into their savings just to pay bills. Forget about luxury holidays and other items that people tend to buy. You know, a lot of things that you might see, a lot of people buying things or whatever, and a lot of that will be because they've got loans from the government, the bounce back loans, interruption loans and all of that. So I've seen that happening firsthand. This lockdown that started on the 6th of January is marked to go to the 31st of March. Now they're still reviewing that on a weekly basis, almost daily basis, but it's not good because, you know, today is the 15th of February, and so I think we've got at least another 6-7 weeks to go until we get clear. If we look now that if we've got 20% of the population who are already struggling to pay bills, 50% are living on savings, how long does that last until they start to become under pressure? And, you know, that will have its own effect. We are seeing what was quite interesting, that Hargreaves Lansdown have done a study, and they've said that ladies between the age of 30 and 59 seem to be now quite willing to take on credit and debt to use to supplement their living, and that men between the same age, 30 and 59, are struggling the most because they are more resistant to taking on debt to do it, and there seems to be a lot of pressure. Look, that's sad because a lot of people, male and female, are under pressure, and you know it is sad. We've lost a good friend of mine. His son sadly has taken his life recently, and I'm hearing more and more of people turning to suicide, and that's not a good thing. But a lot of that is the pressures of this lockdown. It really is. And, you know, will that get worse? I think it will. Money isn't always the factor. Our freedom, of course, coming out. And I can see it with our own family, that people are going stir crazy. We want to be able to go away and spend some time. And, you know, we've always travelled and now we just can't. And I can see that that has an effect on everyone. But how do we avoid this financial iceberg that the country jointly is coming towards? We're seeing that the market is, I think, getting a bit steady. I was on a Zoom call with a lot of people on recently, and I did a bit of a survey. Most people are saying that the properties in their area are quite static, and some of them are just starting to dip. I would agree with that. One person said that values are still going up. Mortgage broker, my friend today, told me that a lot of people are trying now to rush to buy property before the 31st of March because the stamp duty is a discount until that, and it can make a maximum of £15,000 difference. And again, £15,000 when you're buying a property you can't finance tax or legal costs, so that has to be cash money. So people now are starting to race to get that. And I would say if you're looking for lending to buy a property before the 31st of March, then either you can buy with, I would say, bridging finance, which you can get pretty quickly, or cash. If you're thinking to do a traditional buy-to-let or residential mortgage, I think from today, you're not going to do it in time. It's just the lending process is slower, solicitors are working from home, etc. So just see, be careful with what you're doing, careful what you're committing to, and look at finances in a different way. Now for us, we are looking at different ways of creating income. We've started up a couple of new companies, and I've started network marketing with my business partner, Leslie Tao, and we're going to give that a go. We're going to push it really hard for 90 days, hopefully automate most of it, and so we don't have the time to sit down and do the traditional network marketing.